Hey guys, Tony back again, Horror in Todge. Hope you're all well on this Thursday evening. And we're at day 15 of the 31 Days of Horror. So tonight's movie I've watched David Schmoller's 1979 classic slasher movie, Tourist Trap. Now, I know that it doesn't say Tourist Trap here because it's a Spanish edition that I picked up on Blu-ray. It's quite hard to get in the UK. So pick this one up. And I'll tell you a bit about it, guys. First time watch for me. I can't believe I haven't watched this one before because I love my slasher movies, and yeah, just haven't got around to watching it, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to tell you a bit about the movie, guys, and a bit of the story, synopsis, and what happens. So this one stars Chuck Connors, Jocelyn Jones, and John Van Ness. And essentially, yeah, it's like I say, in the 70s, 1979. And these guys are travelling down this road. Three girls, all beautiful, may I add, and one guy. And in this truck, and it ends up breaking down near this, it's like a roadside museum. They must have had them in the USA in the in the 70s and 80s. It's like a roadside museum, like attraction where people could sort of pull up and go in. And they come across this guy who owns the place, and he sort of puts mannequins around in this museum. So, just all different mannequins and puppets, and basically like reenacts like military stuff with people shooting at each other, and there's just all sorts, and it's really creepy, really creepy. And then the girls and everything sort of start to snoop around and start to get suspicious of this old guy, who's played wonderfully by Chuck Connors, may I add. And then they go snooping in his house, and he's sort of got this brother named Davey, who is actually like killing people and then turning them into mannequins. So he's like, you see him putting like plaster of Paris sort of type stuff on the face, and it sort of makes a mould of the face, and you see him painting them up. But it's really creepy. It's like, for a 70s movie, I suppose when you saw this in the 70s, it must have been really creepy, because not only is there a slasher element for this film, but there's also like almost a supernatural feel as well. It's like the killer's got, like, with all the mannequins and puppets, he's got like this telekinetic sort of mind control, and he can sort of move stuff around and make puppets like come open the mouth and talk and come after you, and can sort of chuck knives from different parts, of the room. If he stood over the other side, he can sort of chuck a knife with his brain sort of thing to try and kill you. Really clever idea, really different for a slasher, especially so early on. I think it's, if anyone who's into slashers, if you haven't seen Tourist Trap, definitely grab a copy, because it's something completely different, especially to the old ones where it's just someone walking around with a knife, trying to kill people. This has just got a bit of a different feel, I think. Really enjoyable. Love 70s and 80s slashers, so always going to like this one. But yeah, and yeah, it just plays out like that, basically. It's just like these guys running around this house, then they get caught and tied up, and there's sort of, one person gets away, it's like that. And then the guy who you think it isn't. It's got quite a decent twist to it, and the ending's quite surreal as well. But yeah, really spooky stuff. Like I say, one kill that stands out at the start. It's quite disturbing. This guy's in this room, and there's all these like puppets coming out. Like some were like this like ghostly face, another one were like a woman's face, and they're all like laughing really loud and like shouting. It's just like sending him mad almost. And then there's all like these knives and sort of steel pipes being chucked at him. It's yeah, it's Really strange concept for a slasher, but really worked. I really enjoyed it. Like I say, first time watch, brilliant film. I love an 80s and 70s and 80s slashers. I'm a big fan of. I know they don't make much sense, and you know, you've got to have an open mind, but I think they're great for what they do. This one, not going to go into too much more detail, guys, because I don't want to give too much away. But this one, Tourist Trap, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Only my personal score, remember. All these are my personal scores. Even if a film gets a 5 out of 10 for me, it's okay. It's in the middle of the road. So I'm doing it like that. I'm not doing it like a 5's really rubbish, because a 5 for me is middle of the road. Not amazing, not bad, just middle of the road. So 5. That's why I've done it like that. It doesn't mean it's bad. It might be really enjoyable to some people, but so some of my films have had a 5, as you know. But yeah, this one 8, because I really like slashers, and this was really inventive, and had a good cast, good acting, and a great creepy set design and atmosphere, and a good score as well in this one. Really heard the music. It was really, you know, loud, and when stuff was happening. All in all, very good slasher film. Advise you to pick it up. So yeah, that's day 15, guys. Get in the comments if you want anything answering, or if you like the film, tell me. I know I'm a bit slow to the game. Only about, what, 40 years too slow, but, you know, got to start somewhere. So yeah, really cool film. I've been Tony, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow for day 15.